Alrighty, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. TDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we're going to react to Randy Orton in 2009 was the personification of evil. Oh boy, we finally get to go over this. We finally get to go over 2009 Randy Orton. Oh boy, I am here for it, bruh. I am here for it. Because 2009 Randy Orton is unmatched. 2009 Randy Orton is unfucking matched. Everybody want to be like, well, there was 2008 Chris Jericho. Fuck out of here. Well, there was 2004 Randy Orton. Now listen, 2004 Randy Orton. That was a 2004 Randy Orton was a fucking menace, but not on this fucking level. Imagine being a menace like this and you're in the main event scene though. In 2004, he wasn't on the scene like that. He didn't really get on the scene like that. And then when he was on the scene, he became a face. So yeah, 2004 really wasn't working. But nigga, when we talking about Randy Orton at the top of the food chain, and at the peak of his powers, bro, this nigga was a fucking problem in 2009, bro. He was the straight MVP this year, and it wasn't. This is why Randy Orton became my favorite wrestler. There's a reason why I bring up 2009 Randy Orton so fucking much, is because this is when I connected with Randy Orton. Because I have a thing for heels, but you gotta be a good heel. Randy Orton just wasn't a good heel. He was the fucking MVP heel. When you are the MVP heel, I fucks with you heavy. I don't know, bro. I have a thing for heels. I like bad guys. Pause, no diddy. Pause, no diddy. Not like that. Not like that. But you know what I mean. But anyway, so without further ado, let's get right into this.
Prime Randy Orton was a dangerous individual, the original Crash Out, a menace to society, WWE's original YN. Randy Orton's character development has to be on par with Walter White's from Breaking Bad. Randy Orton made his WWE debut in 2002, a third-generation superstar and the son of WWE Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton. He was young and cocky from the moment he walked through the door. Randy Orton joined Evolution in 2003 alongside Batista, Ric Flair, and Triple H, which was a game-changer for his career. He established himself by targeting legends, which earned him the nickname Legend Killer. Your grandma could be a legend, she wasn't safe either. Randy Orton won the Intercontinental Championship. He went on to become the youngest world champion in WWE history at 24 years old. Triple H, the leader of the group, grew jealous of Randy's success and kicked him out of Evolution by 2004. You could say that betrayal caused Randy Orton to go on a downward spiral from 2005 to 2006, kayfabe and behind the scenes. He was showing up late to rehearsals, dealing with anger management issues, and getting suspended for smoking backstage. It was in 2007 when we start to see Randy's character transformation go from Legend Killer to the Viper. Randy's whole demeanor had changed. He became more dark and methodical in the square circle. Randy Orton equipped a new move to his animations that year, the punt. Randy Orton was neutralizing wrestlers left and right with this move. If you got punted by Randy Orton, you were off TV for about a month recovering.
It's like I had an out-of-body experience.
When Randy Orton became WWE champion in 2007, it was the age of Orton. By 2009, Randy Orton reached his final form. When he went against the grain with no guard, he just started tweaking out. The bloodline is lucky they didn't face this version of Randy Orton. This was peak Randy Orton. 2009 Randy Orton was the personification of evil. Going into 2009, Randy had his sights on becoming world champion. If you got in his way,
oh Jesus, look out.
Randy decided to form a stable to help him achieve that goal. Randy was hosting tryout matches to see who was good enough to join. He eventually picked who he wanted to be in his group, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. The group would be called Legacy. Each member was a multi-generational wrestler. Stephanie McMahon was running the show at one point. Any problem you had, you reported to her. Randy Orton and Chris Jericho had an issue about a fatal 4-way match they were in with JBL and Shawn Michaels. Chris Jericho took his frustration to Stephanie. It led to him getting fired when he called Stephanie a lame duck and a fake McMahon. Randy felt the need to go to Stephanie's office to clear his name so she wouldn't fire him next. He tried getting on Stephanie's good side, but she's like, don't worry Randy, I'm not going to fire you, so you can stop sucking up to me. She then demanded him to get the hell out of her office. Randy started telling Stephanie how the people in the back don't respect her, and if her name wasn't McMahon, she would be a complete nobody. Stephanie slapped Randy after that comment. Randy restrained himself surprisingly. I think the voices told him something because he left Stephanie's office right after that. Vince McMahon made his return later that night from the Diddy party. Randy came out because he wanted an apology from Stephanie for slapping him in the face. He told Vince to make his daughter apologize. Vince asked him why would he do that. Randy's response was, because I'm worth more than she is. Ever since your daughter popped you out a couple of grandkids, she's been essentially worthless. He told Vince people pay to see him and not this Bob. Stephanie tried to slap Randy again, but Vince stopped her. Vince told Stephanie to leave the ring so he could deal with Randy. Vince had to take a little pause before asking Randy,
"Who the hell do you think you are?"
Vince got to flexing on how he made the WWE and Randy's dad a superstar. He said if it wasn't for him doing that, Randy would be working at a fast food joint putting his fries in a bag. Vince then demanded Randy to apologize to him and his daughter. If not, he would terminate him. Randy gave him a warning that he doesn't want to do that, but Vince raised up the microphone to call his bluff. Right before Vince could say the word fired, Randy slapped that nigga in the face. He crashed out on his boss. Randy started hearing voices in his head.
Leave me alone! Ah!
They told him to kick the freaky old man in the head and he did it. Vince's life alert went off in his pocket when he fell down, so the paramedics came rushing in. Stephanie was screaming for help while Randy just stood there in shock. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. had to come get him out the ring. This was the go-home show before the Royal Rumble. The promo package for the 2009 Royal Rumble was a dead giveaway that Randy Orton was going to win the whole thing. Randy Orton eliminated Triple H with the help of Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. to win the 2009 Royal Rumble. This allowed Randy to go on and headline WrestleMania to challenge the world champion of his choosing. Randy still had to deal with the McMahons after sending Vince McMahon to the gulag. The next night on Raw, he came out with 2 attorneys and a therapist. So come to find out, Randy has a mental condition. Randy suffers from IED, intermittent explosive disorder, where the individual is sufficiently provoked suffers a loss of control, resulting in outbursts of physical violence. Randy felt because he has IED, he wasn't responsible for crashing out on Vince McMahon. He said his therapist can confirm that the WWE knew of his mental condition. If WWE fires him, he's going to sue the entire company. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. agreed to walk out with Randy if WWE decided to do that. Randy apologized to the McMahon family, but he read from a note card given to him by his therapist. Stephanie was watching from her office because she had a surprise for Randy and wanted him to be present for it. Both of them met in the ring later that night. Randy was in Stephanie's face begging her to fire him. Stephanie said she had something way better than that. What could that possibly be?
Oh my God, bro.
She went and got her big brother.
Come
Randy
on now,
sent
dog.
That nigga to the gulags as well.
Come on, man.
First. They waited to catch him and Stephanie lacking backstage. Stephanie went face first into the wall. Top Flight security tried to help, but Legacy started jumping them niggas as well. This led to Randy and Shane having a match at No Way Out. I don't know if Shane was trying to hit Randy with a punt kick of his own, but Randy caught that nigga with a RKO. Randy won the match, but it wasn't over. Shane won a rematch the next night on Raw. Randy agreed to it, but it was a setup for him to jump Shane. Legacy didn't believe in fair fades. Shane was hit with a crossroads and a punt kick to the head. Stephanie came running down to the ring screaming for Shane to wake up now. Randy finally got even with Stephanie by giving her an RKO. Once Randy did that, it was time to play the game. Triple H came running down to the ring to check on his wife. Triple H wanted all the smoke. Look at his face. He had recently won the WWE Championship at No Way Out. That's who Randy ended up choosing to face at WrestleMania 25. Randy only chose Triple H under one condition. Both of them couldn't touch each other until WrestleMania unless one of them is provoked. That went straight out the window when Legacy jumped Triple H on SmackDown. WWE had me thinking Triple H was about to do 20 plus years in the pen as a kid. Instead of letting the court of law handle it, Randy had Triple H charges dismissed because he wanted to take care of the situation himself. Randy said he's going to do something that makes the previous attacks look tame. A 2-on-1 handicap match took place between Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr. against Triple H. The match was never official because the referee couldn't get a hold of them. Triple H tried to get a sledgehammer as an equalizer, but Cody Rhodes was under the ring to stop him. It was now 3-on-1. Legacy beat down Triple H and handcuffed him to the ring ropes. Triple H tried fighting back, but he could only do so much. Randy grabbed that microphone and said, "There's only one person that can save you now and she better hurry." Stephanie came running out, but Triple H's like, "No, Steph, I'm the game. I got it." Randy's like, "Don't you listen to him. It's up to you now." Stephanie climbed up the ring apron, but Randy got a hold of her. He stared right at Triple H before giving his wife a DDT. Triple H tried to grab him, but the nigga was too far away. Randy had saliva running down all his mouth. Randy was about to hit Stephanie in the head with the sledgehammer until he thought of something more diabolical to do. He wiped the saliva off his mouth, got down to his knees, and then he kissed Stephanie right on the lips. Randy smiled right in Triple H's face afterwards. He was probably bricked too. Randy then clocked Triple H in the face with the sledgehammer. Husband and wife just laid out in the ring to end off Monday Night Raw. This was a non-PG moment in the PG era. Randy ended up revealing everything the following week on Raw. This was all planned by him starting back in early January. Randy never forgot what Triple H did to him back in Evolution. It was bigger than the WWE Championship for him. Randy was waiting until he got a group of his own to start his revenge tour. The match stipulation was if Triple H was disqualified, he lose the WWE Championship. The feud was way too personal for that. Randy Orton versus Triple H went on after Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Triple H defeated Randy Orton, which wasn't an issue because the feud wasn't over yet. At Backlash, it was scheduled to be Legacy versus Triple H, Shane, and Vince McMahon. Randy challenged Vince to a one-on-one match on the Raw after Mania. Vince agreed to it like he can fight. Randy was about to punt him again until his son saved him. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. came out while Shane was punching Randy, then Triple H came out. Vince was too old to do anything, so it's 3-on-2 still. Batista made his return to even up the odds. Randy was the reason why Batista was out in the first place. Randy punted him as well. Batista was Vince's replacement in the 6-man tag match at Backlash. Randy announced it would be for the WWE Championship on SmackDown. If Randy team wins, Triple H loses the WWE Championship. Batista sold the match for Triple H. He was about to hit Cody with a chair, which would have caused a disqualification. Triple H had to grab the chair from him. Randy capitalized on what was going on to hit Triple H with an RKO. Randy had to go deeper into his bag because that wasn't enough. He went straight to the corner to punch Triple H in the head. Game over. Randy Orton was your new WWE champion. When you thought his feud with the McMahons was over, here comes Shane McMahon again. A diving elbow drop in casual wear is crazy. GG's in the chat because Randy wanted to get his hands on Shane. When he did get his hands on Shane, he broke Shane's ankle with the steel steps. Shane was written off TV for like 7 years after this attack. Batista kept involving himself in legacy business, so that started Randy Orton and Batista's feud over the WWE Championship. Ric Flair even got involved because of his history with Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton. Randy already punted Ric Flair back in 07. Randy got his revenge on every member of Evolution at this point. Maturing is realizing Randy Orton wasn't the bad guy in this story. Back to Batista. Not at all. He wanted Randy to pay for his sins, so Randy put the WWE title on the line against.
And that's why Randy Orton became my favorite, because he got his get back on Evolution. All them years of pent up frustration, he got his get back. So I couldn't even have been mad at Randy. He deserved. He gave everybody exactly what they deserved. Then he got to John Cena. Then it was just like, okay, now this nigga is crazy.
Him at Judgment Day. Randy wasn't trying to fight Batista, so he slapped the ref to get himself disqualified to retain the WWE title. Since Batista technically won that match, he got another shot at the WWE title at Extreme Rules in a steel cage match. Legacy couldn't interfere, so Batista ended up winning the WWE title from Randy. Batista didn't get one title defense in because Randy broke that nigga's arm. After Batista had to relinquish the WWE title, Randy won it back in a fatal 4-way match against Big Show, John Cena, and Triple H. Yeah, Triple H was able to play the game again since being punted by Randy back at Backlash. Randy and Triple H faced for the WWE Championship at the Bash in a 3 Stages of Hell match. Randy won the first pinfall via disqualification when Triple H started beating his ass with a steel chair. Randy was worn down for Triple H to hit a pedigree right after to get the second pinfall. The score was tied at 1-1 between them. A stretcher was brought out. If you can get your opponent on the stretcher over the yellow line, you win the match. Triple H was close to winning until Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. came out to help Randy retain the WWE title. I don't get why we didn't get this type of match at WrestleMania 25 instead. On Monday Night Raw, a number 1 contenders match was held for the WWE Championship, John Cena versus Triple H. The winner faces Randy Orton at Night of Champions. Randy decided to have Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. interrupt the match. Not gonna lie, Randy was enough for that because it became a triple threat match at Night of Champions. Randy walked in as WWE Champion and sacrificed Cody Rhodes to walk out still WWE Champion. Moving forward, Randy began exclusively feuding with John Cena after Night of Champions for the rest of 2009. John Cena versus Randy Orton was WWE's version of Goku versus Vegeta. The first match at SummerSlam had a lot of chaos. Randy got himself counted out, used the ropes to pin Cena, and a random nigga even attacked the ref. It was all to protect Vince Golden Boy in defeat. Later, Randy defended the WWE title against Cena in an I Quit match at Breaking Point. Randy tortured Cena with a kendo stick, even tried to blow him up, but Super Cena eventually charged up, handcuffed Randy in the STF, and won the title. The WWE Championship kept switching between the two, with Randy exercising his rematch clause at Hell in a Cell. During the match, Randy had Cena tied up and choked him out until he passed out, then punted him in the head to win the title back. The rivalry dragged on, finally coming to an end at Bragging Rights in an Iron Man match. Randy added a stipulation that if Cena lost, he couldn't challenge for the WWE title again or stay on Raw. But with Kofi Kingston's help, Cena defeated Randy and reclaimed the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston became Randy's next target for helping out John Cena. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. wanted to lift Randy's spirits, so they got him a custom red race car. Kofi vandalized the car, preventing Randy from even getting the chance to drive it. Kofi had backup from MVP and Mark Henry during his feud with Legacy. At Survivor Series, it was set to be Team Orton versus Team Kofi. Both teams had a promo exchange, and what Randy said during this was wild. Randy called them low-class street thugs, saying that the only place they belong is in the hood. I already know who wrote that one. Team Kofi ended up winning at Survivor Series, but TLC as well.
Hey yo, what the fuck? That's
Randy
racist.
broke Kofi's arm by punting it during the match. He then took advantage of the injury to hit an RKO to secure the victory. The Superstar of the Year tournament was held to end off 2009. Randy had his sights to win the whole thing. He made it to the finals to only end up losing to John Cena. I see why Randy Orton didn't like that nigga. The Superstar of the Year award was a popularity contest anyway because we all know who truly carried 2009. That's the end of Randy Orton's 2009 run. Where do y'all have Randy Orton all time for heels? I have Randy Orton number 2 all time for greatest heels. Vince McMahon is number 1 for me because
Yeah. Most definitely. If we put in the Mount Rushmore of heels, nobody's touching Vince. Vince is number 1 by far. It's not even close. When we talking about heels, Vince McMahon is the ultimate heel. Kayfabe and real life. Anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I will see you all in the next video, man. There's a reason why Randy Orton in 2009 is my MVP, my GOAT, everything, bro. This is when I became a Randy Orton fan. And I wasn't like one of them people that was like I was a young John Cena fan, and then the older I got, the more I started to dislike John Cena. No, as a young John Cena fan, I understood people's frustration with John Cena. I definitely understood it at the time, but still, John Cena was just him. But Randy Orton was different, bro. I related to Randy Orton more. I just related to his character more, bro. He was just a problem. But yeah, man, let's just go back for this one. And I will see you all in the next video, man. Till then, peace out.